Hi guys, what's up? My name is Sean Winning. Today, alikat pag-usapan natin itong kwentong to. Kung kanina lang, nakaka-upload lang natin ang video natin tungkol sa bangayan between Senator Peter Cayetano and Senator Mig Zubiri. Ngayon, ito naman ang pag-uusapan natin. Bangayan between kay Miss Gloria Mercado, dating DepEd employee. I think ASEC ba siya o USEC? Malalaman natin. So, nagsagutan imagine niyo nagagawa guys ng technology. No? Nagsagutan yung dalawa. Itong si VP Sara at saka si Miss Gloria Mercado. Via, So, yung mga comment ni VP Sara, binigyan niya, nagkwento na nga rin itong si ito yung nakakatawa, no? Actually, pinanood na natin to. So, natatawa ako kasi imagine mo, no? Pinatawag ka dyan, ready ka at bit-bit mo yung mga sobre. Alam niyo ba kung ano yung pag-uusapan ninyo? At talagang nagdala ka ng sobre. Dito mo makikita yung sinasabi ni VP Sara na sobrang scripted itong pag-uusap na to. Diba? Oh. Pakinggan muna natin siya. Mas maganda kasi pakinggan muna natin siya before natin pakinggan si yung naging sagot dyan ni VP Sara. Kasi that will make more sense to all of us. Ayun. So dito nga guys, may tinanong, no? May last question ang Young Guns kay Miss Gloria Mercado. So basically, hindi natin alam kung bakit nga ba siya pinatawag. Okay? Most probably, no? Kung bakit siya pinatawag. Wait, sabi dito ni Zai Maldita ha, search din sa Google kung anong kaso ni Madam Gloria Mercado noon. Inamin na nagkaroon siya ng kaso sa ombudsman at dismiss naman. I-open yan soon, particular ang kaso niya sa ombudsman. Naglabas ng sobres. Ano yan, proof mo na galing kay VP yan? May signature ba yan or marker na kay VP yan? Kasi si VP may documents na hawak. Exactly! Diba? Yan, heart natin si Noypi ako. So, ayan, balik tayo rito. Panoorin natin ng mga pinagsasabi dito ni Miss Gloria Mercado. Hindi ko alam kung gaano karami sa inyong maniniwala sa kanya. Pero, by the looks of it, no, diskumpiyado na ako.
At least, Mr. Chair, I would know the Vice President is watching us because she just had a press conference and she said that she's denying giving former DepEd Undersecretary Gloria Mercado 50,000 for 9 months. And the Vice President saying that Mercado was let go because she used DepEd to solicit donations from the private sector amounting to 16 million without her knowledge.
Okay. So, doon sa sinabi ni VP Sara patungkol dito sa 16 million, okay, ayon sa kanya, ginamit daw ni Miss Mercado ang kanyang pangalan para makasulisit. Okay, which is, ayon nga rin kay VP Sara, hindi naman daw niya inauthorize yun. Hindi niya inauthorize na gawin yun, lalong hindi niya inauthorize na gamitin yung kanyang pangalan. Now, dito sa pagsagot ni Miss Mercado, ginamit na naman niya ang pangalan ni VP Sara. Saying that, for 9 months, binigyan di umano siya ng sobre. Okay?
And she adds that she will provide the media with paper trail to back up her claim, describing Mercado as a disgruntled former DepEd official. I think, ma'am, given your long history and long service to the Republic, 40 long years.
Imagine niyo, kailangan niyo pang i-emphasize na 40 years. Kahit pa 3 taon ka lang dyan, kahit pa 50 taon ka, kung meron kang ginawa in against sa batas, no? Gaya ng sinasabi ni VP Sara, hindi na magba-matter how long. Actually, mas lalo pa magiging questionable yun eh. 'Di ba? Bakit? Kung nahulihan ka ng isa or dalawa, imagine mo na lang kung gaano karaming beses mo ginagawa yan for the length of service na ginawa mo. 'Di ba?
Years. I think it's fair for you to be given the opportunity to reply to the Vice President.
I think I don't want to do this, but since siya na yung nagsabi,
O, di ba? Ready siya sa sobre.
I-turn over ko na yung envelope. The envelopes where the money was.
Comsec,
So
Paki-
it's 9 envelopes.
kuha
Hindi niya pinaliwanag dito kung para saan yung envelope na yan. No? Basta sinabi lang niya, binibigyan siya ng 9 envelopes ni VP Sara.
po yung
So
envelope.
it says hope and the amount is there. Kasi ang sakit naman noon, ordinaryo lang akong trabahante tapos inano ka ng vice president, di ba? It's very painful.
Ma'am, ilang taon na po kayo? I hope you don't mind. Gusto ko lang pong malaman kasi sabi po ninyo 40 years na po kayo in government.
I'm 65, sir, but
So when you were appointed as USEC noong 2022 ba? 2022? How old were you at
I
that time?
was 64.
64.
Yeah.
I'm sure sa edad ninyong yan, after pagkatapos nyo pong pag-ingatan yung iyong pangalan for the past.
Imagine mo, no? Pakinggan mo dito si Chua, no? Mamumura mo na lang talaga tong hayop na to, eh. Ang tawag doon? Abogado yan, ha? No? Imbis na mag-imbestiga siya, dahil yun nga yung point kung bakit nila pinatawag yan. Ang tawag doon, ginagatungan pa. Tama ba yan? Congressman Chua.
40 years?
Sagutin ko yun. Yes, sir.
So, okay. Anyway,
Sir,
Mr. Chairman,
I'd like to...
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, dito po ako.
ay,
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair, can I continue first?
Congressman, wait, before I recognize Congressman Paduano, ma'am. Yes.
I believe
With the indulgence of Congressman Asid,
Imagine mo, sinunsulan na nila si Mercado, pero hindi nila tinatanong kung para saan yung pera na natatanggap niya. 'Di ba? Hanggang natapos to, hindi nila tinanong kung para saan yung pera.
please continue, Congressman.
Mr. Chair, can we allow Yusek Mercado to continue with the response? Because I was trying to ask her about the 16 million that the Vice President mentioned.
Please respond with respect to the 16 million. 1660. 16 million.
I would like to respond to that because it's a press con. When I was called for by Yusek Sulaika, he said, Yusek Mercado, you have to go because one, you have a teacher in your staff. But I explained to them that the teacher was a contract of services when I joined DepEd. And the teacher has a pending application in Cebu because he's from the Visayas. And while he was working with us, he qualified for the RQA. But then when he received his appointment as a teacher, it was already past the opening of the class. It was almost opening, and the teaching load was already apportioned. So I called the RD. I said, can I still keep him? Because he was working on the special hardship allowance, which was a program that BP Sara also wanted to improve because there's a new hardship allowance, and we were just able to reduce the hardship threshold from 0.37 to 0.33. And she wanted the basis for the giving of the hardship allowance, special hardship allowance, revisited. So that's why that guy was the one working on it. So I explained, and I don't feel at all na guilty ako dun sa sinabi niya. The second one is, Sulaika mentioned that I solicited from 2 agencies. So I explained to her that it was a program which our strand developed. There were two consultants from UNICEF who developed the app, and then we asked our external partnership office to look for external partners who will be presenting the program, because we developed the concept. It was DepEd Guru. It's her being able to contact the 980,000 teachers. Parang kahit na saan siya, pwede niyang makausap yung mga teachers. The second one was for us to do an electronic mode of the RQA. Parang there's no human intervention anymore. Everyone uploads the credential, even the computation of the teacher qualification is already on an what do you call this? Wala na siyang human intervention. So that was the program. It wasn't us who choose who would be the partners who will be invited. It was the external partnership. So we made a presentation to almost all the corporations. And then some of the corporations appreciated that it's a very important program. So some of them committed to buy, because what we did is we divided the total fund of 16 million into chewable chunks. So if you're interested with this package, ito lang. If you're interested with it, because not everyone naman wanted to pay.
So yun yung interesting part na sinasabi niya. Ano yung sinasabi niya rito na chewable chunks that nobody is interested or what? Earlier she was talking about the system. Tama? Bakit kailangan mo i-divide yung 16 million into a so-called chewable chunks if the reason why you needed the 16 million was because to sponsor maybe the said program, no? IT program or system program na gustong ma-implement ng DepEd. Yun yung gusto natin maintindihan eh.
Last question, ma'am. At least, Mr. Chair, I would know the Vice President is watching us.
When in your staff, but I explained to them that the teacher was a contract of services when of the class. It was almost opening, and he was working on the special hardship 33. And at all, na-guilty ako dun sa sinabi niya. The second one is, Sulaika mentioned that I solicited from two
Ito, pakinggan niyo mabuti ha. Pakinggan natin mabuti to.
agencies. So I explained to her that it was a program which our strand developed. There were two consultants from UNICEF who developed the app. And then we asked our external partnership office to look for external partners who will be presenting the program, because we developed the concept. It was DepEd Guru. It's her being able to contact the 980,000 teachers. Parang kahit na saan siya, pwede niyang makausap yung mga teachers. The second one was for us to do an electronic mode of the RQA. Parang there's no human intervention anymore. Everyone uploads the credential, even the computation of the teacher qualification is already on an what do you call this? Wala na siyang human intervention. So that was the program. It wasn't us who choose who would be the partners who will be invited. It was the external partnership. So we made a presentation to almost all the corporations.
Okay, for us to fully understand that yung patungkol doon sa 16 million is to fund the said app. Diba? Okay.
And then some of the corporations appreciated that it's a very important program. So some of them committed to buy, because what we did is we divided the total fund of 16 million into chewable chunks. So
doon na papasok yung sinasabi niya rito na we divide the 16 million into a chewable chunks. Meaning what? Kasi take note guys ha, the way I understand what she's trying to explain is itong system na to is somewhat like a SaaS. Okay? It's a software available online. Excuse me. Now, you don't need to install it, on your system. Parang Zoom lang siya. 'Di ba? Parang Zoom lang siya. And then, ano pa ba? Tapos para rin siyang ERP, which is, again, it will gonna be available online. You don't need to install anything on your computer. You just need to log in and log out from that system. So, meron kang sarili mong credentials. So, yun yung pagkakaintindi ko dito sa system na sinasabi niya.
Oh, if you're interested with this package, ito lang. If you're interested...
Akala ko ba, akala ko ba, as she said here, kung i-scrutinize mo rin yung sinabi niya, wala daw money involved dito. Pero what packages is she talking about? Diba? Ano tong packages na tong pinag-uusapan natin?
Because not everyone naman wanted to pay the 16 million.
There you go. Ang sabi niya, walang money involved. Ang binibigay daw as per solicitation is goods. 'Di ba? Pero here, may mga binabanggit na siyang packages, wala naman daw willing na magbayad ng ganon. Tapos they divided the 16 million in chewable chunks. Tapos yung end ng kanyang statement, sinasabi niya wala daw pera.
But there were two corporations who were willing to fund, because we wanted to put one in Mindanao, one in Visayas, and one in Luzon.
So, ayun, wala daw pera. Pero, ayan, gaya niyan. Meron daw two corporations na willing i-fund yung program, no, na dinevelop ng UNICEF para sa DepEd.
So there were two who committed to fund the full package, and those were the two corporations that Yusek Sulaika said I solicited. So I explained properly. I did not solicit. There's no money involved there.
I did not solicit, pero bakit? Okay. Unang tanong natin dyan, bakit nalaman nila na may programang ganito ang DepEd? Diba? Pangalawa, paano naging willing yung dalawang corporation na yon na pondohan yung programa na yan? Kung hindi kayo magsusulisit. Diba? Ano yan? Voluntary lang na biglang, gusto namin tumulong, bibigyan namin kayo ng pera. Knowing that, DepEd kayo eh. Expected na maraming tao, may pondo kayo para sa mga programa ninyo. Tama ba ako?
Equipments. Walang cash po doon.
Guys, ito sinasabi ni Madam. Okay, na program. Okay? If you're into IT, there's a big probability na napipicture out mo yung sinasabi niya while listening to her. Anong klaseng equipment? Magdodonate sila ng laptop? Ganyan? Diba? Oh. Again, it's a software. It's a system that will be available online. Because sabi nga niya, kanina, as explained, the project somewhat like, ang gusto mangyari ni VP Sara at that time that she was still with DepEd, she can directly communicate with more than 900,000 teachers. Diba? And the best way to do that is to do it everything online. Diba? What's the point of you developing system like that? What's the point of them or ng UNICEF to develop an app? They were trying to fund an app. Yun yung una niyang sinabi. Diba?
Siya na ito turn over sa DepEd. So I feel very sad that up until now.
So dito pa lang, ano ka na eh. Alam mo nang hindi na kayang pagtanggol yung sarili niya patungkol dyan sa ano na yan. sa 16 million na yan. The fact is, nagkaroon ng solicitation, kaya nagkaroon ng idea itong dalawang company na to na kailangan ng pondo ng DepEd to fund the said app or the said system. Diba?
The BP has not been appraised because, as I explained it to her people, that we did not solicit. In fact, the two corporations are willing to give an affidavit that I have no solicitation from them of 16 million.
So to reiterate, Mr. Chair, Yusek,
Kawawa naman yung dalawang corporation na yun. Nadamay pa.
first, this was a sanctioned DepEd project.
It's a DepEd project.
Second,
yes.
you did not do the solicitation yourself.
It
this
was
was
managed by the
External
Partnership.
Partnerships Office. Third, no cash donation was ever
So
made.
equipments.
Was given to the department. So none of this, what allegations that the Vice President's making against you is true.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair. And
Thank-
that makes it very sad because she's saying it now. Ibig sabihin, her people did not explain to her.
Diba? Hindi niya kaya directly i-ano kay VP Sara. Diba? Pakinggan naman natin yung sagot ni VP Sara tungkol dyan.
Ago, former DepEd Undersecretary Gloria Mercado says you gave her envelopes containing 50,000 each from February to September 2023 when she was with HOPE or the Health Orchestrate Positive Learning, a DepEd project. She believes it could be to influence her decision as HOPE. Your response po?
Dapat siguro kung mag-akusa siya ng ganyan, dapat may papel siya. Tulad ng ako, pag inaakusahan ako, pag sumasagot ako, binibigay ko yung papel. Gloria Mercado is a disgruntled former employee of the Department of Education. She was let go because of loss of trust and confidence sa Office of the Secretary. Una niyang ginawa, well, hindi ko alam kung anong nauna, pero naka-strike 2 siya sa akin. Ang una niyang ginawa, nag-solicit siya ng 16 million pesos sa isang kumpanya on paper using my name without any authorization from the Department of Education. Bibigay ni JC sa inyo mamaya yung papel. Kalagay doon. Pangalawa, noong nag-school visit ako sa Cebu, merong lumapit sa akin na teacher. Sabi niya sa akin, Inday Sara, masakit sa loob namin na mga teachers kami na nasa field. Tapos merong humahawak ng teacher items na wala dito sa aming probinsya o wala dito sa aming region. So, pinakwento ko siya. Iyon naman yung purpose ng aking mga school visits, di ba, sa iba't ibang lugar naman sabi ko, one-on-one tayo, kwento mo lahat sa akin. And then it turned out, ang HR mismo ng Department of Education, our undersecretary, took a teacher item from Region 7, nilagay niya sa central office for a non-teaching task. Ginawa niyang executive assistant niya. Ang apelido nun, Villar. Meron niyang paper trail. So, nung bumalik ako sa central office, tinanong ko, totoo ba na meron tayong teacher item galing sa Region 7 na nandito sa atin? Totoo daw, nasa HR. HR pa mismo ang gumawa ng parang injustice sa teachers namin sa field. So, on that second point, hindi ko na pinalampas. Sinabihan na siya na there is loss of trust and confidence. And you should go. And then she said na, pwede bang mag-retirement na lang ako instead na paalisin ninyo ako. Kasi ang tagal ko na, matanda na ako. And then sinabihan siya, okay, sige. You go. So she's a disgruntled former DepEd employee. At yan yung dalawa na rason kung bakit siya pinaalis. May papel yung 16 million na solicitation niya. May papel yung teaching position sa Region 7 na kinuha niya. And my experience sa kanya, ayoko, factual lang ako ayoko atakihin yung pagkatao niya. Pero when she was HR of the Department of Education, meron kasi akong time dyan for our USEX and ASEX na hindi execom. So, pinapapunta ko yan sila kung sino man yung merong concern, sino yung may problema, pumunta kayo sa akin, mag one-on-one tayo. So, one of those times na one-on-one kami, siniraan niya yung isang USEC, isang ASEC ng Department of Education. And bago pa lang kami nun. In fact, pag alis ko, 2 years lang kami, very, very new. Na nagulat ako. Kasi HR ka Pag HR ka, hindi dapat ikaw yung mag-cause ng away-away sa loob ng institusyon. Dapat ikaw yung maging peacemaker. But siniraan niya yung isang ASEC and isang USEC sa akin mismo. And nagulat ako. Why attack the ASEC or the USEC sa kanilang pagkatao? Hindi naman trabaho. And then, ganun din ang ginawa niya. Nung umalis na siya sa Department of Education because of the 2 points, lumipat siya sa Senate. One of the offices of the senators, then nandiyan yan siya ngayon. And yung isang kaibigan ko doon sa Senado, narinig namin, sige na siya atake. Inaatake niya si Michael Poa, si Reynold Monsayak, si Gerald Chan. Nang iyan ngayon yung nakapangalan sa kanyang statement. Kaya kami, nung nagbasa siya kanina ng statement, hindi na kami nagulat. Kasi naririnig na namin sa opisina, dyan sa Senate, yung mga pinagsasabi niya after she was let go. I think, hindi lang siguro niya matanggap na kasalanan niya kung bakit siya pinalayas sa Department of Education. Pero hindi din talaga namin matanggap na magsusulisit ka sa isang private company on paper 16 million. And then, kukuha ka ng teacher item sa field, gagawin mong EA sa central office. Hindi pwede yun.
VP, in relation to that,
Okay. Kayo naman natatanungin ko, sino nga panipaniwala dito sa dalawang to? Diba? Ako, obviously, itong si VP Sara, ito papaniwalaan ko. Because there's no reason for her na gawa ng kwento itong si Mercado. Diba? Sabi ng mga kongresista, okay, starting with Chua and then si Tinog party list rep, inano pa nila dalawa lang namang mangyayari dyan diba? Either, pinatawag nila yan at ginamit nila laban kay VP Sara, talaga namang may pasobre pa talagang bit-bit. Hindi nga niya sinabi kung para saan yung sobre. Pangalawa, baka mapahiya itong sila Chua sa ginawa nila, excuse me. Diba? Ngayon nga na sinabi ni VP Sara, factual lang siya. May mga resibo siyang dala. Actually, mabait pa nga si VP Sara kung tutuusin Bakit? Kasi pwede mag-file ng administrative case itong si VP Sara against dito kay Mercado Diba? And kahit ngayon, pwede niyang gawin yan. Nag-out ba yan si Mercado dun sa inquiry na yun? Makakalaboso dun si Mercado. Willing ba siya? Okay? Under oath siya? Nagsinungaling siya? Yun kung pinag-oath siya Kasi ayon nga kay Chua, diba? Whether witness ka or resource person, dapat nag-oath ka. So dahil pinag-oath nyo yan at nagsinungaling yan, kung di niya kayang patunayan yung mga pinagsasabi niya laban kay VP Sara, diba? Tapos hindi niya kayang i-direct kay VP Sara yung mga accusation niya na parang illegal dismissal ang ginawa sa kanya. Now, the other thing is, kung ang paniniwala niya, illegal ang pagkakadismiss sa kanya, bakit hindi siya nag-file ng reklamo? Diba? Against kay VP Sara na illegal ang pagkakadismiss sa kanya. Mabait pa nga si VP Sara. Pinag-retire pa siya ng maayos para makuha niya yung retirement niya at makapag-pension pa siya. Kasi yung ginawa niyang yun, pwede siyang mawalan ng retirement doon. Oh. Ngayon, akala nito ni Miss Mercado, kaya siyang back-upan ng mga tsuwari-wari na kongresista. Hindi nga nila ma-execute yung plano nila kay VP Sara eh. Kasi alam na alam ni VP Sara yung mga sayaw na gusto nilang gawin. Diba? Oh. Between the two, panoorin yung pareho. Malalaman ninyo kung sinong mas merong sense na sinasabi. And again, I'm rooting for VP Sara. No? Para saan pa? Para magsinungaling siya. And obviously, nasa dugo't laman yata, nasa DNA yata ni Miss Mercado ang pagiging mapanirang tao. Diba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, at i-comment nyo na rin. No? Itong usapin na to para lang tayo yung mga videos natin today parang pang mamarites ang mga pinagagawa natin. Anyway guys, again, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.